Hey, what's going on there, YouTube? This is SEL0320 representing JVS. I'm back here again for another non-spoiler review for the Vampire Diaries. It's the 7th season, episode 19, Someone That I Used to Know. That's the name of it. I gotta say, this is actually a pretty good episode. I mean, case in point, all y'all Damon fans, all y'all Damon shippers, even Enzo and Bonnie shippers, this is really y'all's episode. I mean, you really get the understanding of what happened with Bonnie and Enzo, how after Damon left, what were the ramifications of that choice. And even with that, like, one of the things I really love is the fact that Damon is trying to not just make amends for what he did, he acknowledges it in a lot of different ways, in the way he actually, his characteristics of how he moves and how he does things. He's still being Damon, but I mean, he understands what he's truly lost. And not just that, it's implied a lot of other things that I'll try to go into a little bit in my spoiler review. Another thing that I actually really enjoyed was actually something that was the real elephant in the room, quote unquote, which was Alaric and Stefan. I mean, I've thought that Alaric has been a jerk. All honesty, when you think about what happened with Caroline, you think about like him just choosing her, you know, and putting her in a bad situation. I mean, both of these men really did, because she has the children she has to think about, and at the same time, there's nobody else there, you know. And now that Stefan is back, it's like all those questions that you really wanted to understand, where Rick is coming from, where Stefan's coming from, it all gets put up in this episode, and I actually really enjoyed that. For more than anything, this episode, it filled in all the missing gaps that you've been trying to figure out. Only missing gap that you don't have is Matt. Like, what happened with Matt in terms of like him marrying this girl, and what happened in the course of this 3 years to her demise. And I mean, all the Ian Somerhalder and Kat Graham's scenes together, it's just, their chemistry is just there. It's not just a mutual respect. You can tell that they connect and thrive, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, I can respect the whole Enzo and Bonnie relationship because I understand where she's kind of coming from. But it's like, even with Stefan and Alaric, like, I'm still looking at Stefan as, you know, being the right one, you know. And the same thing even with the Bonnie situation and Damon. Even though I don't know if Damon's gonna take that extra leap, I think that it's really starting to bother him, you know. And I'm curious to see what he actually wrote in the actual letter. And the fact that she didn't destroy is even more. But I just enjoyed this episode. I say I give it a 9 out of 10. I was actually looking for a little bit more on the lines of like them actually showing Damon reading the note or something like that. But there's a lot of things that do happen that are really awesome and I can't really spoil. But hopefully you enjoyed this non-spoiler review for the Vampire Diaries, Someone That I Used to Know. I'll be right back to do the spoiler-filled review. Keep it locked. JVS, we ain't gonna stop. Y'all be blessed. Peace.